Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and today I'll be reviewing the first volume of the Dark Times Omnibus, and this collects the Dark Times Comics series from Dark Horse Comics, and I'm going to read what's on the back here, and then go on stuff that goes on in this, and then give you my thoughts at the end. So let's begin. Star Wars Omnibus Dark Times. As the clone troopers gun down the Jedi, the Republic falls and an empire takes its place. The future is grim, and the remaining Jedi know they must hide to survive, but little else is clear. Master Dostineer will strive to find what it means to be a Jedi in his changed galaxy. Master Kakruk, suddenly responsible for a group of Jedi younglings, will sacrifice much for their safety. The struggles of the Jedi will intertwine with those of others now living in fear, including the diverse crew of a smuggling ship, the Arul a Narasi, whose troubles begin when the Clone Wars end. And that's the thing on the back, and then, as I said, this takes place about not long after the events of Revenge of the Sith. I mean, the first story arc is already something I just read in the Clone Wars Volume 9 trade, and I covered that when for my previous video, which you can go check out for the Clone Wars Volume 9 review. And as I said, this is, you could say, pretty much is like a sequel series to the original Clone Wars comics from the Republic comics, and this series, started not long after Revenge of the Sith, like after Revenge of the Sith came out, and I do have a few of the single issues of the comic series, like from the first few issues. Like, I did collect them. I did remember buying them as a kid back in the day, the first few issues of the single issues back in the day when they came out, and I was about like 9 or 10 when the series came out. And so, as I said, the first story arc pretty much, is something that I read in Clone Wars Volume 9. Then the second story arc, is this first few issues from the Dark Times comics, which I have a few of the single issues of, and then you have, the main character Dostineer and Bombo and Vader, and then like they go on DOS and Bomo go off on a mission, even though DOS describes himself as a clone trooper, and at this time the clones haven't become stormtroopers yet, and then DOS and Bomo go off to this planet, which is Orax 4, and then Bomo sees people, and then all that stuff, and then Bomo and Joss go their separate ways, and then we go to one story arc called Parallels, and then you have a flashback of life in the Clone Wars, and then it also features Kakruk, and then we also learn that one of the characters, who's a lady, her son was taken into the Jedi Order, and then she thinks her son is dead, with Order 66 and all that, and then Bomo and his people fight the Empire and stuff, and then we go to one called Vector, which I found this one the most interesting out of these in the omnibus, and it's kind of pretty cool. Like, there was this, Vector was like this crossover series back in the day, and then, like, when it came, like, Bomo and his crew are captured by Vader, and then Vader opens this box, and then we see a connection to the Old Republic, because there's a Jedi and stuff from the Old Republic, and then she mentions about Zane Carrick and the Mandalorians and stuff, and I won't give away the spoiler who the Jedi is, because I feel like you should check out for yourself, and it is pretty cool, and I did love that connectivity there. And that was, that's one of the beauties of the expanded universe, is how everything connects in some form and stuff. And I'd say that was one of the breakout stories. And then you have the Blue Harvest prologue story, and that's pretty much with Das Junior on Cato Nemundia and stuff. And, pretty much he's just, living life on Cato Nemundia and stuff, and then that's the last story arc of it. And I'd have to say, these were some quite good reads to check out, and artwork is pretty cool, like pretty solid and good, and I'll showcase you some panels. Like, another fun thing I forgot to mention in the story, like for the Dark Times stories, is like with Vader, like you get to see him having flashbacks as his time as Anakin Skywalker, and then I thought that was pretty cool as well, and I would say definitely was quite a good story, and definitely Dark Times was one of the first, one of the other early encounters of the expanded universe comics I've read back in the day, and I'll showcase you some artwork. And I remember I used to look like as a kid looking at how cool the artwork was and how cool the clone troopers were. I remember. Let me just. And then, so those are some panels right there, and as I said, I did enjoy this and all this stuff, and that's all I gotta say. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment what you think of this down below, and I'll catch you guys next time with another video. Bye.